in construction, in architecture, in crisp, in size, in the way that it's kind of falling off the bone. Textbook perfect.
That was exceptional.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's probably very surprising considering our current cultural fascination with them, but for a long time, the chicken wing was the least desirable part of the animal. Now it's the cornerstone of nationwide billion-dollar businesses. It's the foodstuff of our biggest gatherings. And of course, being here on First We Feast, the chicken wing has been the cornerstone of our flagship show, Hot Ones. Well, speaking of Hot Ones, if I'm gonna do a First We Feast show about wings, well, I have to include the most killer individual out of Crystal Lake since Jason Voorhees, the one, the only Hot Ones host, Sean C. Evans, and I get to show him a top secret, hidden, off the menu wing he's never tried before. But before that, I'm gonna take you to two iconic New York wing institutions. I'm gonna head to Rockaway with my buddy Rob Martinez to try a southern take on the chicken wing. And our first destination is right here, in a place I used to live, Westchester County, Candlelight Inn. For decades, they have been serving up some of the most beloved buffalo wings in all of New York. And I promise you this, I will bring you some delicious, tasty, spicy, and deeply useful wing pro moves so that you can get the most out of your wing experience. So now, off to Candlelight to get our local bite of a bit of buffalo. Oh man, this paper's the landing pad for greatness.
In case you make a mess.
Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen. Well, one thing that you're gonna notice right away off the rip is that Candlelight doesn't separate their wings. Wanna know the main reason they do it? To prove to you that they're fresh. A lot of places get their wings already pre-cut and frozen, and they fry what comes out of a bag. The traditional sauce that one thinks of for a buffalo sauce is usually Frank's Red Hot and butter or margarine. I like that their hot sauce is a bit thick, it's not quite opaque, and the wings are fried naked, which means that there is no batter, no breadcrumbs, no coating. It's okay to order your wings crispy or well done. Some people use the nomenclature to fry hard. It just means a little bit longer in the fryer because you don't have a batter. You need that crunch before you get to the juicy meat. They usually fry them and then they spin them right before your order comes out. They're spinning thousands and thousands of wings a day. They're not gonna coat every single square inch. So, my other pro move for you, order an extra side of the sauce. So the flat and drum debate, it's kind of like aisle seats and window seats. We all have our preference and we all have our reason for them. They're both delicious. Come on, it's wings. Let's start with awesome and work our way back, shall we? I personally have always preferred the drum. I like the ease of eating. I like that big sort of juicy bite you can take like King Arthur. There's lots of these great jagged edges where the fry can happen to create even more crunchiness. Now the great thing about blue cheese to me is it has a bite of its own, but Candlelight uses good quality blue cheese, and that's my other pro move. If you're going to order blue cheese, make sure it has chunks of blue cheese in it. So, I've coated it with extra hot. I'm now gonna actually, instead of the dip, so I don't ruin the blue cheese, oh, look at that, just everything Growing Boy needs. It's like a savory, spicy, umami lollipop. So now we come to the flat. And a lot of people claim the flats have more flavor, and it makes sense to a degree, right? There's one bone in the drum and there's two that run through the flat. The thing is, how do you eat a flat? I used to hate having to do the harmonica thing and you kind of push the meat through. And then I looked on the interwebs. Get a good pinch on one end of it, push down, and now you sort of have chicken lollipop. You do get all the flavor from the two bones that run through it, but a greater ease of dipping. Don't worry, I'm a professional. And a location-specific pro move that I was told my first visit here to Candlelight, get their waffle fries. When the wings are done, there's always going to be that bit of sauce at the bottom of the bowl. Oh yeah. It's like getting shrimp scampi and wanting to sop up the sauce, right? But you have to remember that's not just hot sauce anymore. It's all the juices running out of the hot chicken. So it has a much deeper, more complex flavor profile. We have a rare opportunity on Pro Moves. We have a Buffalo specialist, a Buffalo icon. Get in there like swimwear.
I mean, the smell's right, you know?
I don't want to break it for you. I thought a man should break his own wing.
I'm a drum guy, so.
Good enough to jump through a table?
I jumped through 3 tables. I've been trying to find a good wing for years.
Yeah.
And I guess I just had to go north a little bit.
In the wing darkness, look for the candlelight. There is a strip of land just south of Jamaica Bay and Kennedy Airport, and it is called Rockaway, home of great surfing, and in fact, my prom date, shout out Mary Resnick. I think that was her up the road. Now, the gentleman to my right, he is someone that is no stranger to the First We Feast family. If you see a guy who is lifting up his fellow man in independent restaurants like motherfucking Atlas, it's this guy right here, Rob Martinez.
Jesus.
What's going on? Can I ask you an honest question? How did you find this place?
The thing about the Rockaways, as you know, is that it's almost segregated. There's a lot of redlining that happened here in the past. And so you kind of have to go into the West Indian and Black community that's here. And when you do that, you find everybody talking about Goodies. This is like the ultimate word of mouth place in the Rockaways. I don't think a lavalier mic has been in this building.
Holding for airplane. That's Sean Evans in his private plane for our next segment. Say hi to Matt Damon.
As I started to talk to Joan and Gary, I realized that their story of who they are is kind of the menu of the place. It's West Indian meets Black Southern food. And once I had that fried chicken, I was like, this place is a spot, man.
Now, I've heard that they sell fried chicken, but for the wings, like that's the jump off. That's the one that if you don't get here early enough, that they're gone by midday or something?
Yeah, you're likely to find a drumstick here more than a wing because the wings just go. But the thing is that the place is so popular in the community that things are pretty fresh. They're churning it out all day.
Lead on, my friend.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Adam, meet Joan and Gary. Beautiful establishment.
How do you do?
Good, good.
Sir, lovely to meet you, Gary.
Oh, these are Rockaway legends. They built this place from the ground up. Gary, you basically were telling me when you guys first opened, your mother was like, you're crazy to open in this location. But you were like, as long as I have Joan's cooking, we're good.
I said, you know, the only thing I'm worried about is how are we gonna handle the rush? The first time I tasted her cooking, I was like, I would go anywhere.
And this guy,
to buy this.
when he first had my fried
go
chicken,
anywhere.
see, Jamaicans don't really like chicken skin. That's that I learned.
I would tear the skin off.
I said, what are you doing? That's the best part.
So where'd you grow up?
The West Coast, Tacoma. My father was in the service, so he met my mother in Japan. So I had my father's Southern background and my mother's Japanese.
Where in the South was Dad from?
Mobile, Alabama.
I know Mobile.
So that's where the
very well.
ribs come from and the fried chicken, basically. It's no big deal. It's just a good taste. It's not anything special. They're not hot. They're just a good tasting fried wing, nice and crispy. That's about it.
Now, what's this I hear about you piercing the
Okay,
wing?
so when I would fry them, all of my crust would fall off. And I would have like naked looking wings, and I didn't like that. When you put the wing skin side up and it's frying, it puffs up. And that's what was knocking off my crust.
So by
then,
piercing
I
it-
said, I'm gonna jab it in a certain spot. And when you put the chicken in, you put it in skin side down first. So that solidifies that crust. Then you can turn it over and it won't puff up anymore.
So wait, is it true the wings all sell out by noon or something like this?
You know, sometimes
Because the
people...
skinny on the interwebs, and then again, could you trust them? They said I died 7 years ago.
Let's have some food.
I guess let's try these fried chicken wings, shall we?
Thanks, Joan.
This is some of the most beautiful looking chicken I've ever seen.
I don't know if they've ever served anybody a full tray of wings because they're coveted.
First of all, as she was saying, the batter does not detach, which is killer, which is super difficult.
Well, it's just all that dredge that she does back there, you know.
I mean, you know it's gonna have this deep crunch without it being like overloaded with batter. Now, we have amazing sort of spiced chutney that Joan said she just whipped up. I convinced her very handsome husband to give us some jerk sauce. He said some people come in and they ask for the wings with the oxtail gravy.
It's a pro move.
So shall we just go in for the wing first?
Yes,
This
sir.
is gonna be amazing. Young Sue, could you bring the boom in? Because this crunch is gonna be epic. And if it's a loud crunch, can you shake the frame a little bit? All right, cheers. Oh, that's phenomenal.
It's so tender, man.
Very often fried chicken is about the batter, the crunch. This chicken, devoid of that delicious crispy skin, was like perfectly cooked chicken.
I mean, it's crazy just how tender this white meat is. It's soft, it's delicious, it's so lovingly made. It's so well seasoned. Thank God.
You don't need condiments on it.
No, you don't need
I'm glad
anything.
you mentioned that. No, it's the truth.
Look, I'm literally pulling the bones directly out of it clean. Like this picture perfect fried chicken, the perfect color, perfectly blonde, made by an expert in a word of mouth place since the 80s.
This is spectacular.
Should we pepper sauce it?
Absolutely. Joan whipped that up for us. Hells yeah. Here we go.
Wow.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
That was so freaking perfect.
That's different, man. Yo. That's crazy.
Do you love oxtail?
Oh yeah. I've never seen this before.
Nor have I. Can we get like some of that stripper music?
You might have actually died 7 years ago, and this is
Exactly.
that's yummy, man.
You are a handsome, educated, and wonderful man. And I love you dearly with all of my heart. And may all your dreams come true. And may your pillow always be cold.
Wow.
That tastes like a back rub feels. That oxtail gravy is the umami bomb you have been looking for.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
That is unlike anything I've ever tasted. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy moly. Look at this. That's like a Green Beret field stripping an M16.
You have to pay respect, you know.
You are amazing, and this should prove to you what a divining rod this gentleman is for finding great food. We are going to have one more wing exploration, and we head to the borough of Manhattan. So we get to sit down with a man who has interviewed so many Oscar winners, he vaguely resembles an Academy Award. Sorry, that's fucked up. I'm sorry.
Sean was never mad. I don't know this guy.
It's all love. Till then, Rob and I have delicious food to eat, so you can just go Rockaway. So our final stop on this peripatetic Pro Moves poultry adventure is right here at one of Manhattan's most legendary, revered, and iconic restaurants, Emilio's Ballato. Since 1956, Emilio's has become known for dishing up some of the most delicious and most consistently delicious old school Italian food. The pastas are spectacular. The bone-in Villa Antonio is a certified culinary masterpiece, but those in the know that one of the true culinary gems is the off-menu chicken Scarpariello wings. So it is time to introduce these legendary wings to a true wing legend. Now, I promised you an iconic guest. I have delivered 1,000%. Someone whose demeanor is as warm as your favorite duvet, whose appearance is as hot as black vinyl upholstery in a Mississippi summer. An interviewer whose skill and precision combines a neurosurgeon and a SWAT sniper. My friend, Sean Evans. Come on.
Adam. Well, you know what? I don't know if I've ever ripped an intro like that. That was word perfect, no prompter, off the top.
I think it's very interesting that both of our careers have been made to some extent by extreme eating.
Yes.
So I did a challenge on Man vs. Food back in the day where I had to do 180 oysters. I couldn't go near or touch an oyster for over 3 years. I've heard that you won't even go near a chicken wing, correct?
That's true. I mean, just in my own estimation, looking back on the 10 years plus of doing the show, I've eaten 3,500 to 4,000 wings, like just for the internet's amusement over that time. So it's not something I'm seeking out, but I will say, where would I be without the chicken wing? The chicken wing has given me so much in my career that it's a complicated relationship. Yes, I'm not enthusiastically ordering wings when I'm off the clock, but at the same time, I have a deep, profound love, admiration, and respect for the chicken wing.
Are you more a fan of a drum or a flat?
You know what? I think I started off as a fan of drums, but with age, experience, and a little sophistication.
I dare say.
I think I've become a flats person. Like a drum is kind of it's almost too cute for me at this point. There's just something more visceral and real about splitting and stripping a flat that I think I've come to appreciate flats more over time.
Have you ever eaten it at Emilio's?
Part of the reason that brought me out, not just you, Adam.
Oh, thank you.
But it's mostly you. But also just the chance to eat here, which I know it's such an iconic spot. It's such a tough table to get here.
It is. They're basically taking a dish that's only a fine dining dish and reinterpreting it as a wing. This definitely has my spidey senses tingling. What is up? Ooh. Tell us what we're looking at here, Chef.
So these are a creation I came up with. It's chicken scarpello wings. Garlic, shallots, sweet peppers, hot cherry peppers, red wine vinegar, a little lemon, a couple spoons of the sweet brine that the peppers come in.
Get out of here.
I fried the wings, right? And then I put a little bit of the sauce on top and then mostly on the bottom. So you want to keep it crispy. People that follow me on Instagram, I'll post these. I'll be like, if you know, you know. It's like a secret menu kind of thing. So when our regulars come in, they're like, you have the chicken scarpello wings today? I'm like, I got you. This literally came to me drinking a beer on Super Bowl Sunday, and I was
It's all great ideas.
a little tipsy, and I was just like, you know what? I'm coming up with something. I'm gonna try it in the kitchen, and then it worked.
Thank you so much, Chef.
Of course, guys, enjoy, okay?
Thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, sir.
Behold the perfect wing bite. Wow.
That is exceptional.
That's so good.
It's delicious.
This is probably my ideal wing. Like in construction, in architecture, in crisp, in size, in the way that it's kind of falling off the bone. Like this is, I think,
perfect on it.
textbook perfect.
This is really incredible. It was interesting that you heard Anthony say he used the brine. It's not so spicy. You think about banana pepper, cherry pepper. There is a little bit of tingle. But I think what's remarkable is that to balance the richness in the fry, it's more sour.
As jaded as I could possibly be about wings, like these are incredible. Like I want to
Yeah.
keep eating them.
Now you've seen so many techniques. Whose techniques to approaching a wing have impressed you or surprised you the most?
You were textbook, you were mechanical, you were Francisco Lindor turned into double play. Bert Kreischer, I remember having a kind of wing mechanic, and he just had a way about it that I'm like, that guy has been around a lot of wings. He would do that thing where, he's like splitting it, and then I'd look over at him and he'd be like, and clean it off the bone like that, What I think is great about Hot Ones is a lot of times it's just a canvas for a guest to paint on. Like if I think about Conan O'Brien, he's putting the bones into his pocket, or Dave Grohl is chasing every wing with a shot of whiskey, or you'll have someone like Gordon Ramsay, he'll try to get out in front of it and he'll bring a bunch of spice antidotes with him. Just when I think I've seen it all, something new comes up.
I have to know, do you have a favorite Hot Ones meme?
I love the Idris Elba choking that. What the fuck? Like, I've seen that 1,000 times and I've laughed at it 1,000 times.
The
It never gets old.
the
for me.
Shaq
Shaq
bugging his
face
eyes
is great. Obviously, Paul Rudd, Look at Us.
Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought?
Not me.
When you guys filmed, was it just instant love? Is that where it all began?
Yeah, I think there's a good natural chemistry, and he's just a great talk show guest. I think that there are certain personalities that just kind of mesh with the bizarre construct of a talk show in a unique way, and he's one of them.
Frank Langella once said, if you're the perfect person for the job, it doesn't matter if you're living in the middle of the woods, the job will find you. And I think realistically, There's not a person alive that could do it as well as you. Having done the show with you twice, the one element that I think everyone is missing is how much you take care of the guests. The warmth with which you approach it, how kind you are as an individual, how smart you are as an interviewer. And I think the truth of the matter is, allow me to wax rhapsodic on the subject matter here, is simply the wing. And it is arguably one of the cuts that went from being junk to being the actual edible linchpin of the great moments of our lives. The games we watch with our friends, the bars that we go to laugh and tell stories, the interviews that we love watching. There is this simple edible vehicle. It can be altered to become mind-bendingly painful or incredibly flavorful. So you don't have to have a plan when you want to go out and eat something delicious. You could always just wing it.
If I die before you, will you eulogize me?
Fuck yes. I do know you have a particular favorite player in the Chicago Bears. And so I actually got you a Devin Hester rookie card.
My gosh.
That's just a small token of my appreciation for you both being
Thank
on
you
my
so
show,
much.
for being an example for me to follow as a host and as an interviewer, and just for being my friend, man.
Well, I appreciate this so much.